Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you joining me so much. We are going to get you a little clarity, see what's going on in the energy, where to best focus to be helpful. This reading is timeless. Whatever the day is, it finds you is the perfect day. See what resonates and just leave what doesn't. Always remember to use that divine inner guidance that's in you and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the clarifying life situations. This deck is actually new, so I'm not sure what's in here. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the key point to focus on? And we will build from there. Maybe you're building something. What would be helpful to know? I see like a title. I don't know if that's like a title of a car or something that you own. I also see the title of a book or the title of a song or the title of something that you are going to create. I don't feel like you've created it yet. Maybe some of you do creative writing, something artistic. It could also be some kind of business plan. But there's something about once you have the title, everything else just flows. And I see somebody like this. I feel like I almost feel like it comes out of silence. Maybe when you're meditating, I see somebody driving and looking out the window, but I feel like there's silence. So maybe if you typically go to work or something like that with music on, podcasts, anything like that, maybe it's about something that comes along the journey, but I feel like it's out of silence, out of nowhere, like a light bulb goes off and you have this amazing title for something and the ideas just start to come after that. I'm not sure what I see, but let's get one message. What is a key focus for today? Please and thank you. I just said something about silence. It's the wisdom of silence. Spend time in silence. That's exactly what I felt and saw. Also, look at all those blocks. Did I say something about building? There's all of those blocks, they like crumbled. So there's something that maybe had a tower moment or crumbled to the ground, a big old mess, but look at that beautiful flower growing in the most unusual place out of a tiny little space. And it is something that has growth and blossoms. It says spend time in silence today. So yeah, if you normally have something on, maybe today maybe after you watch this video, turn it off and spend time in meditation. It says disconnect from technology and noise. Use this time to reflect, meditate, or simply be in silence. And this brings both clarity and inner peace, the wisdom of silence. I also feel like maybe in this self-reflection, something that was kind of a mess in your mind or even emotions or something that you thought was lost and done, you see that light at the end of the tunnel. You see how there can be potential growth in a situation. And I feel like there's something about the basics, the title, or the foundation that's important. This is also feeling that inner peace in yourself. So if you weren't feeling peaceful, if you were, I'm like holding my chest. Like if something was kind of tight in your chest, I feel like whatever this idea is, or whatever you work through in this silent state is going to make something feel more natural. You're going to have a stronger sense of awareness of what to let go, but also a stronger awareness of how to rebuild and grow. I hope that made sense. And I looked at that exactly at 5. 5 always makes me think of the wheel spinning or something that is about to change. So I feel like something's about to change. Let's clarify this. Let's just build. Let's do that. So I'm staring at this. So let's do a spirit message. What is a spirit message to build upon the wisdom of silence that would be helpful today? If some of you always have noise around you, I do feel like there's something about nature here, leaving the ruckus, leaving the chaos, leaving the drama, leaving the noise, even if it's a walk around the block. You know, connecting with nature, maybe sitting on a porch. There's an importance somehow to take yourself out of a situation. I even see that person that like gets to work, but they sit in their car for a little bit, or they get home, but they don't really get out. They don't immediately take the groceries out and put them away. There's like that moment just sitting, like processing something. But I feel like it was needed, necessary, and important. And I hear redirect. It'll help redirect you or someone else. So let's see. Clarify spirit messages, or the wisdom of silent with a spirit message. Oh, I forgot how tiny these words are. Let's see. What does it say? Find ways to fill your cup. Be self-full, follow your heart, and always trust your intuition. Go deep within, this is telling you the same thing. You have time to reflect. So those parts of you that you've been putting on hold or don't have time to address right now, this is you making time for that, because that's the first step in filling your cup, bringing that love back into you. Anything that triggered you, maybe that was that chaos or situation that I saw where something just kind of got to you. Maybe there was something that kind of stressed you out, a group, a person, an environment, an overall situation, and see why something triggered you instead of allowing something to keep triggering you. Because once you know what does that, you can change your reaction because of that self-awareness. Therefore, it won't trigger you again, like kind of get you off path again. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. So filling up your cup, healing from maybe any situation that was overwhelming you and or you were ignoring because it was overwhelming. This is time to just let something flow through you. Like without judgment, all the feelings, all the thoughts, just kind of let them take you where they need to go. Because I feel like they're going to take you to someplace pretty amazing. And I feel like it ends up at like, maybe not just one light bulb moment, maybe, you know, a bunch of sparkly ideas that come to you. Let's continue. I want to clarify this. Let's go to the tarot. Also new, I got a couple of new decks to add to the many, many decks of cards that I have. So I don't even know what the name of this is, but I really like the edges. It's called, what is it? The Wild Reflections. Very appropriate for the messages that came out. So let's get some wild reflections. I just thought of wild nights. And I just thought of wild world. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Maybe wild world. Maybe your life's about to get sassy and wild. But I feel like that's a good way. I don't feel like that's drama. I feel like that's fun. So tell us about the self-healing, self-reflection, this title that sparks creative flow. Ooh, and maybe that's why you have to get out of a situation, or maybe this is what you're reflecting on. You have the 7 of Swords. That's not my faves, but it has different ways to explain it depending on the angle of that Seven of Swords. Here, there's just somebody who is sitting in the woods with a bow and arrow, but it looks like at the end of that bow and arrow is a lot of, it actually looks like this. It looks like sparkly energy. So maybe this is somebody who is holding on to an idea until it's the right time to, you know, let something out. Because they don't have that tense energy. They're actually looking for the right moment. Sometimes this is somebody who kind of sits in the shadows. They're a little bit sneaky. It could be lies or deceit, pulling the wool over your eyes. Sometimes it's self-deception. It's somebody who kind of flies under the radar, but I am not getting negative energy with this. I feel like there's somebody, you or somebody else, that was just kind of waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right time to hit the target, but they don't want to be noticed in their training process or in their development process, or maybe even in their healing. Maybe somebody is healing from a weird situation where somebody, you know, maybe that was a sign, had pulled the wool over their eyes and they felt like their world crumbled around them. Maybe somebody had a lot of growth after falling down. Also with the Seven of Swords, it could be somebody that recognizes big old red flags before they come because they've been through that. Not going to go to that red flag anymore. Learn that lesson hardcore. Yeah, maybe it was a hard lesson. But look at this person and look at the end of that. You see the end of the arrow? It totally looks like it's sparkly. By the way, this is a beautiful lamp. One of my friends made me, so I just want to show it off a little. I hope she's not loud. Let me pause you a moment. I definitely want to clarify why the Seven of Swords is coming through. Because this could be, it could be somebody who's, sometimes I see that person as somebody who wants to slip under the radar. It could be an avoidant, somebody avoiding a situation altogether, but sometimes that's the Irish exit, and that's a good thing, rather than be in the chaos and the drama and have to make a big old stinkeroo out of it. It's just somebody that doesn't want to deal with it, and they just take what they need and leave. This could be somebody avoiding the truth in themselves, avoiding something really big that's deep that could create a lot of healing, but it could be avoiding somebody that's always wearing a mask. It could also be somebody avoiding the fact that they're always wearing a mask and not living their truth. So maybe that's this self-discovery. So this could be you like really seeing the truth in somebody. So if you go into this silence, if you go into this deep within intuition, trusting your gut and healing energy, it's bringing self-awareness of maybe the truth right there, the elephant in the room, the mask, you know, being worn somewhere. And it's recognizing with this arrow that there can maybe be a direct approach, or maybe it's the direct way out is the best approach. So let's clarify. I want to see what this Seven of Swords is all about and why it's coming in. Why is the Seven of Swords coming in? What do we need to know about the Seven of Swords? Look at this Knight of Wands. These cards are so cute. Maybe you have a like a golden retriever, a labradoodle. This is somebody who's in a canoe taking a journey. Even this person's rod has growth on it. There's something about growth with what you're holding as far as passionate. There's something about self-reflection and maybe not even waiting for the waves, you know, to push you forward. You're using your own energy, spirit, enthusiasm as momentum to get across a situation. I feel like maybe you are making some ripples in a situation, but that could be a good thing. There's something about having a loyal companion here. I feel like there's a journey. The Knight of Wands is someone usually really fun, but the Knight of Wands can also be that player energy. Somebody who's in and out, passionate to the fullest, makes you feel everything, and then they do the old disappearing act, the ghosting act. You know, they run away with their tail between their legs before they have to face reality or face their real feelings, or possibly see how beautiful something could have become if they only put some more energy that had a spiritual light into that fire. Then it would be eternal and not constantly go out. So maybe there is recognition on somebody that was in and out, up and down, not really truthful or loyal, but I feel like the Knight of Wands upright has the potential to recognize loyalty around them and have that they have such a beautiful rock star, sparkly spirit in them that they get people on board with their ideas and unboard if they were complacent in their life because of their approach, their energy. It's usually a fire sign. Look at his suspenders. Maybe something was suspended, like on hold. And I see somebody, look at this cute little outfit he has on in his little boat. I feel like somebody's like snapped back into action, or snapping out of it, snapping into something. It could kind of be a reality check, but I feel like it has more to do with a journey or approaching something, because he's out at water in an emotional situation right there, enjoying the now moment with, you know, his dog, but eventually he has to come to shore and ground something. Why is the Knight of Wands? Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but that could just be in someone's chart, or that could just be whoever this is going back into an experience. If they were waiting for something over here, waiting for change, waiting for the target to be there, I feel like something is moving. It's not a target that stands still. So I feel like this person does have to move. And if it's a knight, it's usually about an experience, a journey, movement. It's done with a lot of confidence, a lot of strength, and a lot of passion. Tell us about the Knight of Wands. What do we need to know about the Knight? The Eight of Pentacles. This is the Knight that wants to work on something. This is the Knight that sees where something can potentially grow, and they're actually in a growing house, like a greenhouse. So they have built some kind of structure around them to help keep the warmth in. They're watering the garden, which is beautiful because it's Pentacles energy. So this is somebody that maybe had to see where their work was valued, what they enjoy working on. And I just like that they're the sunflowers. The one sunflower, though, is been repotted. And this one sunflower is looking at this person's face. And usually the sunflower faces the sunshine. Sunflowers are like, hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. I just thought of the Bob Marley song. I like that song. Sun is shining, weather is sweet. Want you to move your dancing feet, yeah. To the rescue, here I am. That's a great song. It's not his normal, like on the album kind of song. It's so good. So there's something about facing an opportunity, or an opportunity is right there in front of your face looking at you like you're sunshine. And then you have all of these sunflowers here. Also with the sunflower, it's not just a pretty little flower, you know, blossoming there. It has its seeds. So it's nutritious. It's something that provides energy. The Eight of Pentacles is sometimes where somebody has to put a little extra energy in the beginning to learn something so that it brings potential huge growth and abundance later. well worth it. If it's upside down, maybe I just keep hearing something about a foundation or fertile soil, fertile ground. So even here, maybe the ground outside of that greenhouse wasn't so fertile. And that's why this person was like, I want these beautiful sunflowers to grow. So I'm going to do what is needed to recreate or reconstruct the outer circumstances so that in the right, pot of potential here, something can grow. And if it's not getting enough sunlight or not getting enough heat, this person created the right space for something to grow better, to be protected. What is, if this is that night and they are working on something they are inspired by, have passion for, and that's what they're working on, that's not going to feel like work. That's going to feel like fun. So let's see, one more, and then let's maybe jump to something else. What would be helpful to know about somebody finally putting in the work? I hear finally. Maybe somebody put in a little work before, but something got, I see the suspenders, like deconstructed or had to fall down, even like a tower moment. Something crumbled down. So, I don't know. I feel like somebody was maybe working towards something they were passionate on, but they hadn't done some inner work or hadn't really healed from maybe something from the past. And that healing made all the difference in re-sparking somebody's spirit and redirecting someone with how they create this growth. Yeah, you have a take a bow. You have the world coming through. You have the world of opportunity here. You do have a big cycle. So there needed to be completion with something. Maybe somebody wanted a soft ending. Maybe that was not possible, but maybe there is a way to end something that feels big, but also bright. The ending here, usually this girl's supposed to be dancing through a thing. Here she's laying in the grass. She's actually relaxing, like these first two cards here. She's relaxing, but she looks like she's dancing too. It's a conundrum. I love it. These cards are cool. So there's something about resting in between or healing in between a gigantic cycle in your life. One cycle is complete and something else is about to begin. Somebody's about to have a big wake-up call. Somebody's ready to be awake, to thrive, to get ready to that fool's energy and step through that portal. I feel like there was somebody preparing for a while, but they maybe purposely even put something on hold. I feel like something's not on hold anymore. What's at the bottom? The 7 of Pentacles. You have the 7 to the 8. So yeah, somebody was planting seeds of abundance for a while. Either you or someone else that you were working on something, waiting for a bright beginning. I kind of feel like for some of you, you even had something going on the side that you saw had potential, but you had to have a lot of patience with this garden. This is you really getting to work now. But here is where you're focused on a day-to-day situation, recognizing if it rained today, you don't need to drag the hose out. But usually this is where somebody is focused on what they need to do to eventually have that growth. Sometimes you wait for that harvest. You know, if you pluck something too soon, it's sour. If you wait till it's too ripe, it's mushy. So it's having that wheelbarrow outside in that garden in the perfect moment to harvest these beautiful, abundant seeds you've been working on and planting for a long time. I feel like the harvest is right about here. 7 of Pentacles, upside down. It's lacking patience, lacking the right tools. lacking the right work ethic towards something, getting sidetracked and or stuck in your boots, because this person has muck boots on. It's like digging your boots in. You could be, if it's this way, or somebody could be a little too stubborn on how there needs to be flexibility with how the weather, spiritual weather, emotional weather, whatever it is, changes a situation. It's like, no, that's not the plan of the day that is supposed to grow. These seeds are supposed to grow within this many days to this many days, but maybe it was a colder season and that's not how it happened. So you have to have that flexibility and patience with the situation. So if somebody was a little bit stubborn before and or stalling, getting in their own way, this is somebody who is recognizing how there was potential there all along if they put the right energy and effort into something with flexibility. Let's go to something different. Let's continue to bounce. I have another new deck. Let's use this one. This is the Answer Oracle. Let's get an answer. 778, 877, 21, 821, 721. Also with the 7 and the 7 being swords and pentacles, there's something about thinking differently. Following that ball of energy in your soul to ground and grow something in reality, because the pentacles are reality. Also, the world is, sometimes if that is upside down, it's sleeping a little too long on an ending or getting too wrapped up in what is no longer instead of the possibility of what is to come. Not ever stepping through that portal of possibility at all. And not recognizing that you have such huge potential if you continue to move, but in a different direction. For some of you, maybe it's a complete, like, not just a fresh slate and clean start, but I'm kind of getting really big, like almost like feels like a new life. Maybe that's a lot of changes that happen in somebody's life. That could be why somebody's stuck in their boots. Or got comfortable with any energies that were not comfortable with that 7 of Swords. Lying to themselves or others that they truly did want a new beginning. That a new beginning was necessary and desirable. But it has to be done with this Confidant of the Night. What is this again? The Answer. Let's see. Let's just get one answer. What is a message helpful for this beautiful ending? I feel like the world is, I always see somebody like at that final curtain call. Like whether it was a weird run or whether it was a good run, it was a big cycle and you're ready for something new to come through. So sometimes I do see it as bittersweet. What is the message? A promise. Oath. A contract. It's another person with a dog. It just makes me think of unconditional love. I wish I had the chair and Rose was here. She's sleeping in the other room right now. Maybe some of you are connecting to the canines. This is maybe a promise that was unfulfilled. Because if you have the 7 of Swords, it could be somebody who maybe even meant it at the time, but couldn't follow through with an ending or wasn't sure about a beginning. Didn't put enough effort or energy into a garden growing, even though maybe it started to have deep roots. Maybe this is somebody finally keeping their promise. Maybe this is for some of you stepping into a new position or new environment where promises are always kept. A contract, an emotional bond. So maybe this is an emotional situation. And a contract, interesting, because with a contract, that's more like signing on the dotted lines and fulfilling something that you promised to do. But if there's a new cycle here, sometimes that's the completion of a contract. Maybe the time is up, or maybe it's reevaluating something. And I just thought of a really specific example, a conversation I had with a friend on getting out of a gym contract and how difficult they made it, or they tried to make it to, you know, once you sign up for something, they want to keep you there, how, you know, you don't get that free month until so many months in, and then all this stuff. So that's where I just went with this. So maybe there was a contract situation that somebody wanted to sever or get out of or release because it wasn't working. It was part of an old cycle. Maybe something wasn't building, too much work, not enough growth, no passion in the soul, wrong loyalty placed. And maybe it is about figuring out how to release something, even if it's that bittersweet ending with an emotional bond. I hear it can still be done with love. Because I feel like this bond, whatever this bond is, there's one person or there's one situation that either you're thinking about or somebody else is thinking about. And there's no break in that loyalty, period. Like, you know, this dog is looking at that person like, that's my person, man. But I also feel like, hold on. I also feel like just because maybe a person has their dog and a dog has their person, if, let's say, in a new cycle, a new person comes into the family or something like that, I feel like it very easily could be like, yo, those are my peeps, you know, those are my persons there. So maybe there's a change in a family dynamic or a new friend coming in or something like that. It doesn't disconnect the loyalty this dog has to that human, but it doesn't mean there can't be more love that is shared all over. Oh, that's really sweet. I love that. It kind of makes me think how Rose gets when we get company. She almost gives whoever's here more attention than me. She gets really excited. She's like, I see her all the time. You're new, you know? I am getting that it's kind of a happy newness. So let's see. Let's get one more from this deck. It was kind of cool. There's another message on promise. Follow. Follow a shooting star. Follow instructions. Instigation and faith. Those are such different energies. Maybe it's recognizing who's worth following and who is not. Maybe this is not follow the leader. Maybe this is creating your own path. This could be, it says here, to remember your intuition, that you should follow that. I do feel like some of you are entering into a new cycle here. There was a big ending. You're not quite in that big beginning, but I do feel like there was something that was almost like a tower moment and almost like fell apart, and you had faith that no matter what, you knew it would work out beautifully. And I feel like you following that guidance is absolutely taking you to a beautiful place. If it's instigation, that feels lower vibration, like instigating something, like pushing and pulling and maneuvering and being a little shady. or if somebody was trying to, I'm getting like pokey energy, see why you're going a certain direction, I feel like you may be releasing some of those energies. Following that inner guidance inside of you, but maybe that's what somebody else is doing too. Let's get one more. I like these. Also, there's something going on in the dark. Look at these two. They're both like the same kind of coloring. That also looks like the Grand Canyon. That came through in another reading. Or it's almost like you were lost in the Grand Canyon. Those are big holes in the earth. But you have this guidance to get out. Even a situation that felt as big as the Grand Canyon, you know, something swallowed you up and now you were going towards the light, getting the map. You're also not doing it alone. Whether that's guidance from God and Spirit, your loyal, loving companion, whether it be an animal or somebody else that is willing to take that journey with you. Let's get one more. Clarity on promise and follow. Purify and empty. It's the same thing. Purify and purify. Empty, empty, empty. Organize, practice. Wow, it's like the same message came out, except here you're going into almost like this pagoda. I think that's how you say it. I might be saying it wrong. It's so beautiful. It looks like, you know, it's a monk with a pretty yellow umbrella walking in the rain. I just thought of that song, Walking in the Rain. Like walking in the rain, talking in the rain, wishing on the stars. Where's your star? Stars above and being so in love. Maybe somebody just felt empty. Maybe you had to empty out all of the impurities to have that healing and that growth. And also, look at, you got a pink Vespa. That's pretty awesome. Maybe it was an empty spiritual gas tank. Maybe it's time to fill up your gas tank and get ready for a cute little pink journey into where it feels peaceful and tranquil and possible. Exciting and passionate. But if the gas that was in that tank before, let's say that Vespa was sitting out on that, you know, windowsill out there for a couple years, that gas may have gotten like sludgy or something. So maybe you had to siphon out something, really get it out, clean it out, and renew it with something fresh, energetically speaking. It's telling you to organize, but sometimes the best way to organize is to put it all out on the table. Take all your clothes and throw them on the bed. Dump out that, you know, junk drawer and see what's in front of you. Get rid of what you don't need. Organize the stuff that's there. Find things you thought you lost years ago and create the space for an energy flow to feel better. It literally says clean up, sweep clean, empty, organize, clean, purify, empty, and practice. So there's something that you had to clean out. Clear out the clutter, clean up the mess. Whether that's, you know, weird thoughts or an old cycle or pulling the weeds in the garden or who you are loyal to with the passion of your soul, but maybe how to stay true to the love, but I don't know why you're changing something with that. Maybe it's a dynamic of a partnership that's just changed, that happens in cycles. Sometimes people are still in our life, but the dynamic of what it was changes from that last cycle. I don't feel like it's a bad change, but something had to be emptied out and purified for there to be the space for this beautiful growth to come in. If you felt empty, empty promises, loss of faith, loss of passion, just kind of in the daily grind, but not really into it. Not sure if there'd ever be a new beginning. I feel like something is going to happen really big here in that silence, or maybe in a specific connection where your faith is completely restored. But I don't feel like that's all of you. I feel like a lot of you went through a situation and your faith was maybe here compromised or questioned a little, but it actually brought you more strength. Tested. Something tested your faith a little, but I don't think you lost it. Let's go to the let's go to my mystery deck and just get a couple of final messages that would be helpful. What are some final messages on Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the World? That's the big one. These little guys are everyday situations you're more in control of directing or redirecting or handling or going through. The Knight is just personality or experience that has certain traits. But the World, that's a big cycle. That's different. I hear genuine. I don't know why I hear genuine. Let's see. Straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe that's what completed a cycle. Maybe that was what created this ultimate purification. Maybe this is what made a really big change. Aided in redirection. Or this is what finally was cleaned up. I always see that as little tiny things that build up over time. I looked at that at exactly 30. So if there's a straw that broke the camel's back, it's like that Little Things song by Bush. Like it's the little things. Maybe it's not a lot of big things, but a lot of little things that built up until there's a no mas situation. Let's see. Why is the straw that broke the camel's back coming in? Oh, wow. Well, you got that. You got the Knight of Wands, so flames of passion coming through. This is that eternal passion. This is the one that doesn't go out. Maybe that was the inspiration. Maybe that's what started to be planted and had roots, but never was in the right fertile soil. Maybe this is what somebody's soul is following as far as their truth and their faith. Maybe that's what somebody felt empty if it was no longer there. Live in the moment. That's just beautiful advice. Follow your joy, live in the moment. Time is not guaranteed. Now is the time you have. Are you loving what you're doing? Are you doing what you love? Are you around energies of passionate? Are you passionate inside of your soul? Are you standing around staring at things that did not build or fell down? Or are you looking towards how you can continue to grow? Are you following your internal guidance from God and your higher self? Or are you sticking your boots in the mud over here? I kind of feel like the straw that broke the camel's back could also be how somebody else feels. I'm going to clarify that because I want to focus on these beautiful energies here, but there's something about this that's like throwing me off. So let's see what that is. But let's, we'll go to the tarot and see what that is. But let's get a couple more messages that would be, oh, that's why. Because somebody was pulling a power play. I feel like this is a different situation than this flames of passion, but maybe not. Somebody was trying to push their power, prove something. Power play is, I kind of feel like it's even a manipulating kind of energy. Somebody wanted to prove that they are stronger than somebody else, or I kind of feel like it's weird games that were played, not following the rules. Somebody that even does it underhandedly here, like they come across like they just want you to do this, and I don't really want that to happen, but their intentions are not that. They're actually trying to very quietly redirect someone in their own, like on their own navigation system here for their own selfish purposes. So let's get another one, because now we've gone a little weird at the end, but 'tis life. Oh yeah, that's somebody who once signed up for the stuff. There's somebody over here that's worried about, I said something about the contracts before, right? This could be somebody worried that they get the most money out of something or out of someone, or they're in a situation not for this passionate energy and not really feeling like they lived in the moment. They're more worried about the stuff, what they get out of something. That shows their value, or that's what they feel is valuable. That could be somebody really in the commercialized world, really into materialism. Somebody that signed up for something for the money, pretty much. But maybe that's somebody that, you know, they felt like that provided them security. But we're going to clarify those. Let's see. Maybe it's about having a win-win. If somebody wants the stuff, maybe it's give it to them. It's just stuff. In the end, when you're living in the moment, and when we're here on earth, you don't take the stuff with you. You take these moments. You know, you take the growth, you take the experiences, you take the spiritual evolution that you have gained, you take the wisdom, you take the lessons. You take the connections, not the stuff. So maybe somebody comes around. Maybe in the beginning, the stuff provided them security, but maybe somebody is turning around something in their mind, in their soul, in their thoughts, in their feels, where they recognize that maybe it's not about winning. Maybe it's letting go of that power. Because I feel like that's beautiful. I feel like that's what's happening with that ending. Somebody's figuring out how to have it a win-win, which is compromise. Let's get one more. The time feels wrong, but it's actually right. So wherever you are now, going through a situation, trying to figure out a win-win, gifted an amazing experience where you're always in a win-win, almost at the end of a cycle, about to begin a new one, maybe met somebody that you have flames of passion for, but something didn't work out. If the time feels wrong, but it's actually right, there's something about something that feels wrong that you are gaining something out of that is a gift for now and into the future. So change your mindset and see how something might have been a gift for your life. Let's clarify these just to see if you are thinking about any particular person that maybe has a weird energy or puts the power play on, or you're about to you know, feel like you're in that situation where it's very close to where that straw that broke the camel's back is about to happen, and or you're recognizing maybe there's somebody here. You have the Seven of Swords that's really worried about things, and you're confused on the timing of a situation or why it isn't unfolding as it is. Let's get you a little clarity. I'm going to go the General Old Rider-Waite Tarot. Clarify these three together. Straw that broke, camel's back, power play, and signed up for the stuff. What would be helpful to know? To have guidance and gain wisdom on this situation here. That somebody's walking away from that situation. Somebody definitely like hit their no moss point. Somebody doesn't even care that it's ever the right time, because it's never the right time. Maybe it's about living in this moment, in the time you are in, and making the changes necessary to go towards that huge new beginning. Because now there's two endings, and this is that energy from before. It's a bittersweet. It's where somebody put some love into something and it stopped growing. It stopped feeling right. And this is somebody choosing to walk away from that situation and going on that journey of self-discovery, self-realization, purification, and new territory, and like a new them. So this is not a forever ending either. This is where there could be whatever I said before about the dynamic of a partnership or environment, you know, you or someone else is in, just feeling different. If the kid goes off to college and they come back home, they're not going to hug their teddy bears the same that they did when they were 5. It doesn't mean they don't love that old room and the nostalgia and how something felt safe. But because they have grown up, learned more about who they are, their connection or relation to it is changed. Their perception upon that old situation is just different. It's neutral. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's just different. This could also be if somebody did walk away from a situation, if it's upside down, maybe they had to go on that self-discovery journey, figure something out. That journey could have been weird. That journey could have been amazeballs. But it's somebody that maybe comes back around, but different. What's at the bottom? Ooh, yeah, that was a rough journey. It was not the best. It was not the best ending in some cases. For some of you, it did not feel like a win-win. That's the Ten of Swords. That's rough. That's definitely feeling like somebody broke your heart, stabbed you in the back, smiled in your face, and took advantage of you when you walked away. But whether this was the past situation that you were cleansing out of, not holding on to, growing out of, and because of, when this is turned around, it's absolute readiness to not be in that type of situation again, and you don't repeat it. It's the ending that feels so much better to be out of. How did we end on such a harsh card? Let's go to the universe. Let's see why. Why did the Ten of Swords come through at the end of this reading? Please and thank you. I just heard let them have it. But not like let them have it. Like just let them have it. Like somebody just is, their win-win is giving somebody what they want. Especially if somebody is still in ego over here. Because I feel like there's another energy that's in passion and spirit and spirituality and intuitive energy and loyalty and sparkly truth. So maybe there is a really harsh ending and disconnecting from somebody not living in their truth, or maybe their truth was just different than somebody else's, and that is okay. Everyone has different life lessons here. A different process, different speed in which they learn. And sometimes with that Ten of Swords energy, it's just acceptance. When you hold on to the past, hold on to the, you know, the weird endings or the things that didn't work out or the people that screwed you over, when you hold on to the past, it stops you from, where's your living in the present? From living in the present. Release any old hurts, worries, or regrets. Commit to, where's your promise? Well, this is summing everything up very nice. So let's see. Where's your promise? Your commitment. Commit into being in the here and the now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. Where's your, maybe you did a little power play here. You were a little pushy, or let somebody push you around. You deserve, we're going right back to the first card. Oh my gosh, amazing. I love this. I do love when they sum up everything, except I'm a big old mess right here. I gotta organize, what the one card said, like organize. I think I gotta organize. Where's your first card? It wasn't this one. It was this one. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. First thing Sunday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away. I think I got those notes weird, but that's Toni. Got no call to look back. I'm looking for me a better day. She got a low voice. We deserve respect, but we don't get respect without a change. Comes a time when we must all make a change. Just let go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. All right, well, with that, we're going to let it flow, and I'm going to say goodbye and express how much I love you and I appreciate you being here. I hope this reading was helpful today, and I very much look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for liking, sharing this video, and especially for subscribing to my channel and being here with me. Thank you so much. Bye.